Alright, Blizzard. Clearly, you prefer the Horde as far as Elder placement is concerned. Because, wow. I land and here, have an Elder. Sheesh. So we'll fly over to Bloodhoof Village, I guess. Here, have an Elder. Hey, it's a flight point, so I have an Elder. Um, Out in the news, teen is being forced to have chemo. Yeah. So, state in Connecticut is forcing a 17-year-old to have chemotherapy. She's against it. The family's against it. And they're forcing it on her. Um, it's one of the most treatable forms of cancer that this girl is suffering from. This is a little like the anti-vaccination issue as far as education, I feel like. But it's still her body. It's still her choice. Where did my notes go? Oh no, I've misplaced them. There they are. So, while I feel I have mixed feelings because I would want, in their shoes, I would want the state to force my child to do it because I want my child to live, to survive, to not have to bury them. But that's me selfishly looking at it as a parent to my children. This teen, almost adult, is making a decision for herself. And it's not my place to make that decision for her. It's not her parents' place. So it's weird and wrong that the state of Connecticut is doing that to her. And unfortunate. Where's that elder? Okay. Hi there. I don't know where the dog is. Leave me alone. So, the FBI, in an quote unquote independent study of itself, said, we're not doing anything wrong by, you know, doing something wrong and spying on people and cell phone monitoring. That's all fine. Anybody else have a Picard facepalm lying around? Just, come on. Who watches the Watchmen? The people should be. And we're not. Old news, but still profound. There was an attack on a French humor newspaper. And that's horrible. I don't really have anything more to say to that. There have been probably plenty of discussions at this point on it since this is older news, but my condolences to them. Because even though it's no longer a major news bite, those families are still probably in shock. They've still lost their people, and they're not going to see them again.
How may I aid you? Maybe.
Well, we are certainly all warm and fuzzy. Hey, Elders of the Horde. Today, so 2 in Feralus. It looks like Camp Mojohe is probably the best place to go first. And my mount's being angry sounding. Where's the flight point? Seriously, guys. Flight point? Over here? Here's the flight point, okay.
Well met.
Well met. Bloodhoof Village, Mulgore, Camp Mahoje. Okay. Obama has asked for a municipal ban, a end to a ban on municipal broadband. If this was the State of the Union, I would be standing up and applauding right now, because I think it was the State of the Union he said it. But, yes. The internet is being described as a utility. See where this is going? See this wonderfully slippery slope? Because it's a utility, that means a city may own said utility and start servicing their own citizenry, their own customers. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get that ban. Push it through some kind of commerce clause thing. Let's offer grants to help pay for infrastructure, as long as the city has the power to create its own internet service. We could have cities Wi-Fi ready. If Red Flare and I ever won a massive amount of Powerball, like that last 500 some odd million, we were thinking about the idea of trying to do that in town, just ourselves. Put up a bunch of little Wi-Fi repeaters all over the place. That would do it. It's a really small town. But let's see that happen. So, how about further stupidity? A 4th grader was suspended for imagining to have the One Ring of Power. For when he places it on his friend's finger, his friend magically disappears, and this is somehow threatening the other child, so they suspend him. Ugh. Penny Arcade attacked this one best. This is slightly more recent news than some of my other stuff, so seek out the Penny Arcade One Ring comic. They do an excellent job of mocking it and commenting on it. Because, again, if I was a kid in that era, I'd be screwed. The limitations that they put on the kids these days is horrendous. So let's end with a heartwarming note. on the show notes. Urban farming in St. Louis receiving a new home. So, this plot of land in St. Louis has been urban farmed for a long time now. But a development is about to go up, and these folks don't own land. Don't own the land. I'm clearly getting tired because I'm starting to slur. I have not been drinking anything except water, which I probably need a little more of. Pardon me. And so, no fight to give. They don't have a leg to stand on. But regardless, they're approached and told, here. Oh, yep, I'm getting my warning that it's time to go to bed in World of Warcraft. Yes, I have an alarm set in game, just to remind me. But they were amazingly given a new plot of land. Like, yes, we're about to make this into a development, but we've seen all the work you've been doing these past few years. We like it, we appreciate it. You've been maintaining this land for us, so you've been saving us money. I'm sure that went through their heads. Here you go. Here's another plot over here. Just, wow. That's pretty darn cool. And that's pretty darn easy to get to now. So, they'll be setting up somewhere with an irrigation system even, and get to enjoy the urban farming more. And it's going to be deeded to the most active participants in the urban farming, so that it just stays that way forever. You'd have to get everyone who eventually inherits this percentage of deeded land to agree to sell to allow it to be developed. That's not going to happen. So you have just permanently created green space. Epic and awesome. Exceptionally. So, I'm going on my way to Syphilis. I can't pronounce it. I'm at going to be 18 coins. Not a bad run for an evening of podcasting and coin hunting. So, with that, I'm Flameflash of the Flameflash.net podcast. This has been a segmented episode 140. I'm not dead yet! And I hope to be a little more punctual as time allows. Flameflash on Twitter, podcast at flameflash.net if you want to send in a comment. I read anything sent my way. I don't always respond to it because usually it's just a Twitter bot or say somebody commenting on a really old exported really old exported / captured Superhero Squad intro movie, but I see it. Comment, like, share, send in. you are definitely encouraged to. I think that's one reason why I don't feel inspired to do it as regularly as I used to. Because nobody's listening anyway. Oh well. If I did it just for that, I wouldn't be doing it. Probably. Anymore. So I'm off to my final coin of ancestry for the night. And I wish you all a good night. And good luck in whatever game you may be playing. Regardless if it's just life or trying to track down all those darn elders. Have a good night.